Snap On Epiq mobile workstation tool cart tour. I'm going to go in depth about the entire cart. I'm going to try to give you as much information about everything as I can, my opinions, how I feel about how certain things turned out, this, that, and the other. So let's get right into it. I'm not going to waste your time. On my sockets, I used toolbox widget holders. I wanted everything as modular as possible. And why I wanted that is because if you can see here, I basically filled every single thing all the way across. I tried not to waste any space as much as possible. So I needed modular setups for that. On the sockets, I have everything from Capri to Icon to Snap-on to Matco to Astro. I've got lots of different brands in here. They all have their pros and cons. So if there's any sockets or anything specific, I have Koken nut grips as well in there. So if there's anything specific on the sockets that you have any questions about, please just throw them in the comments. I'm not going to waste a ton of time going over every single socket in the drawer. On the extensions and my extension holders and my ratchet holders, these are Toolganizer. I'll have all of these brands linked in the description as well as discount codes if I have discount codes. So on the my Koken lug nut sockets, I used extension holders from Toolganizers. They're 1/2-inch extension holders, and those worked out perfect for those. And then same thing for just the standard extensions. They have two different types of ratchet holders. I ended up utilizing both of them. It kind of worked out just the way it was set up, so I just left it that way. So you can do this style here where it has a spot for the anvil and then it rests on the back there, or you can just have the head there and they just slide in like that. So really nice designs. I've been extremely happy with those, zero issues. Next is the money drawer, as I call it. I've got lots of different power tools in here. This is the right angle Milwaukee 1/2-inch impact, probably one of the most controversial tools I post. This is the short 1/4-inch ratchet from Snap-on, the brushless 3/8 short ratchet from Snap-on, the extended brushless 1/4-inch from Snap-on. Then we've got the 3/8 brushless extended. This is the Brute. So these are different. This has 70 foot-pounds and is slower than these. These are faster but have less foot-pounds. I think they're 60 foot-pounds. And then this is the Milwaukee Insider ratchet. That's the new one that everybody asks about. Yes, I do love that tool. Also 60 foot-pounds. And then I've got the 1/4-inch 14.4, the 3/8 brushless, the hex driver, and the screw gun from Snap-on as well. Right angle grinder, they technically call this, I think, a right angle grinder. And then this is the right angle drill. I've got the 2967 from Milwaukee, the CT9050, the CT9038. That's the newer 3/8 one that they just came out with. 1/2-inch stubby Milwaukee M12 and 3/8 stubby Milwaukee M12 and Milwaukee angle grinder or die grinder. Sorry, it's right angle die grinder. Trying to record and talk to you all at the same time. Gets confusing. All right, next is the wrench drawer. So the thing to note about Toolbox Widgets wrench holders is they can, you get a little bit more gap. So you can actually stagger them if you want. If you look here, so if I wanted to, I could take those, and I've seen people stagger them, and you can obviously get them a lot closer together. Same here, if you wanted to stagger them, you could, and fit more in there. I was still able to fit an additional 35 more wrenches in this drawer, and I'm pleased with the way it's laid out. I can't say that I might not change it down the road, but for now, I'm happy with the way it's set up. I utilized almost every square inch of this drawer. Obviously, we have a little gap here and some there, but overall, very, very happy with those as well and how that drawer turned out. And I was able to fit the rest of my wrenches down here. And honestly, if I really wanted to, I could probably move those up, stagger them like I said, and then fill in this space with some other stuff, and I may end up doing that. Who knows? So pliers, those are also Toolbox Widgets. And then the punch holder, the pick holders, and these wrench holders here are all Alien Space Savers. So far, I like them. The only thing I've noticed for some apparent reason on this particular setup, it moves a lot. Like it's the only one that moves, and these pull apart. Sorry, so that's kind of annoying. Tekton screwdrivers, Tekton pocket screwdrivers. These are the Snap On double box end wrenches. I used to have the Matco ones and had a bunch of issues with them, so I was tired of messing with it. So I bought the Snap On ones. Those are Icon stubby flexible ratcheting wrenches. These are the Capri Tools wave drive. So these are for stripped bolts, kind of like your RBRT stuff, similar design. And then these are my insider sockets, because the insider sockets are annoying and you can't store them in anything specific. For socket holders, I wanted to be able to have them in here, and so I just used a magnetic strip. All of my pliers are either Knipex or Snap On. I think I have one gear wrench set and that's it. Everything else is Knipex or Snap On. And then this is my bottom drawer here. So this is where I hold most of my other air tools that I'm using, my brake stuff for brake jobs. I've got my carbide scrapers in here. I've got several different styles and designs, my magnets, my hub scrubbers, couple brushes, couple knives, trim tools. I've got my mirrors. I've got the right angle flex 1/2 inch Capri impact, my rope ratchets, which I love, the palm impact from Capri as well, and then this is the new Matco 1200 foot-pound stubby 1/2 inch. My bigger sockets, so they're kind of out of the way, and my brake pedal depressors, or brake caliper depressors, sorry, and then some grease here, which I only use this stuff anymore for my brake grease. It's amazing. Impact driver there. OTC control arm helper. Absolutely love this tool. This is one of those tools that every time I post this, again, it's another controversial tool. It's like 10 bucks, y'all. It's so cheap. It's not worth not buying. Like, you have to buy it. It's so cheap. Well, you don't have to, but I would highly recommend it. I've got my tech angles in here. Same thing. Toolganizers has holders for torque wrenches. So I've got both my holders in there for my 1/2 inch and my 3/8. I need to get one for this one as well, but I don't have it. Couple brushes. That's my click style for my beam type for lug nuts, and my Capri air nozzle. So pretty packed full for sure. Now I'll show you the outside, because I've got the outside loaded down as well. So these come with the slots automatically on the Epiq mobile workstations. So I don't use the slots. I found that the ones that Snap On uses, when you try to pull the tool out, a lot of times it pulls them up and they fall out, and it was just annoying to me. So I've got my 1/2 inch to 3/8 long extension out here. I've got the Milwaukee cutoff tool, I think is what they call that. So I love that. The magnets I'm using are Gator magnetic magnets. Love these things. Again, I'll have links and discounts and stuff below. Straight grinder from Milwaukee M12. Icon hammer. I normally have my other hammers out here, but I don't know where they're at, to be honest. The Icon dead blow. Wilton sledgehammers, 4 pounds, the longer and the short one. Those are what I use the most of, to be honest. Those are just amazing. And then I've got the 3-piece light setup from Snap On, which I love that. So you can turn them all on at once. You can sync them all together, and you can obviously take them off and use them individually. And then when you charge it, it charges all three. Then I've got these little Snap On trays here, which they're okay. They're overpriced for what they are, but they end up being just a catch-all, to be honest, but I like having them there. Got a few lights on here, so a lot of lights. Pry bar holders, which I hate from Snap On. They're not very strong. My pry bars tend to fall off a lot, so that's frustrating. And then I just use a magnetic strip from Snap On to hold my indexing pry bars. I have 2 Ulsa Tools indexing pry bars. My secondary screwdriver set, this is like the longer set, so they're just a longer length, so I like having those on there as well. I don't use those as much now that I bought the Tekton ones. And then I've got my knee pads on here. Shout out to Chris from Texas Tool Guy. He gave me that idea. I don't know why it's such a good idea, and I just completely slipped my mind. A 310 funnel holder. These are magnetic, super nice to have, really great tools. And then I've got the screwdriver / wrench holders here. You can, as you can see, hold whatever you want that'll fit in there. That's from Ulsa Tools. The one underneath and the one on the back are from Harbor Freight. Very similar design. I just like the Ulsa Tool ones because it matches my red trim. And then my little can holder there, which he does not make these can holders anymore, y'all, so I can't even give you his link or recommendation or anything because he just doesn't make them anymore. Cobalt paper towel holder. And then on the top here, these are from Toolganizer as well. So what I do is I put my charged ones on there, and then they're magnetic on the base, so they stick to the top here. Whoops. And because even though this is a stainless steel top, obviously stainless steel is not normally magnetic, but because it's so close to the steel, you can put anything magnetic on the top. That's why I have all this stuff on here and I have these magnetic mats here. It's super, super nice. So overall, that's the cart, completely loaded down as you can tell. Like I said, if you have any questions about anything specific that I did not talk about in the video or want any links or part numbers or anything, please throw them down in the comments. I'm happy to give any help or any recommendation on anything, give you my opinions. Most of this stuff I've done videos on. I use this cart for about 80% of my work. I have my Master Series. I have that just ends up being storage. This ends up being storage, and as you can see, it's a catch-all right now. I got to clean that up and organize that. Sorry, the camera's wonky. Goodness. And then that's my Diag cart there. So I was originally going to use the Master Series, trade that in, trade this in, trade that in, and get a bigger Epiq cart or toolbox and then cart and all that. It was cheaper to do the carts for now. So I am making some changes here very, very soon and selling that cranberry cart. So this will stay, that's gonna stay, and that's gonna stay. These other two carts are going. So anyways, all that to be said, I appreciate y'all. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for the support, you know, all the normal stuff. Seriously, without y'all watching and supporting, it wouldn't be worth doing these videos. That's why I continually do them. So thank you.